Good morning, traders. G'day. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jimmy Trades here. Hope you're having a good start to your Wednesday. Let's jump into the calendar. What do we have? We have FOMC today at 2 p.m. Now, I know my buddy Adam will be running a one shot, one kill stream. I'll see if I can throw that link in the description or drop it on the video here somewhere. Consider potentially taking the day off from trading. Good chance of low probability conditions during the New York AM session as we come into this FOMC news drop. Likely to see consolidation. I'm happy to be proved wrong, but likely to see consolidation as we come into the 2 o'clock news. Jumping over to the charts now. I'm going to start here on NQ. A reminder as well to grab your Apex evals, 71% off, $85 PA. Activation fees for the 250 and 300 accounts. Perfect for one shot, one kill. If you want to have a go at that during the FOMC news drop. And you can grab your Tradeify evals as well. And great to use on OSOC at the same time. I've done that as well. So I've passed both Apex and Tradeify using the OSOC method. I highly recommend it. And it's 30 to 35% off until the end of the month with Tradeify. Right, I want to have a look at NQ. I took a loss on NQ during London. We'll have a quick look at that. But I just want to point out that my drawn liquidity for London was the Asia high. That looks to be playing out at the moment. Sadly, I took a loss down on the 1 minute. I guess I got in a little bit early. This is where I got in off the Asia low. There's a 15-minute higher time frame point of interest. So I was looking at this here. We have an FEG aligned. Both NQ and ES, if we move over to ES, where are we here? So we got these two. Let's bring that out. This is our breaker here. We had a hourly SMT. Okay, so that was a bullish SMT. Then we've got our breaker. We have a FEG aligned. Both assets, and it wasn't until the candle closure here, both assets closed above the change in state of delivery. So we had SMT, change in state of delivery, breaker, FEG aligned. This also inverted this FEG off of the Asia low. And my drawn liquidity was Asia high. I waited till this candle closed through because I wanted both assets to confirm the change in state of delivery, which they did. And then I was only targeting 2R. I was going to trail and target those Asia highs. Unfortunately, I got tagged, stopped out on this one. And then interestingly enough, this on the 1 minute, when we push back out to the 5, this move here is actually then the 5-minute breaker. We can see this here, which played out perfectly to 2R and targeting that Asia high. Anyway, you win some, you lose some. That's just the name of the game. Wanted to point that out. I thought it was a valid trade. It was an A+ trade. I meant to say A trade. It wasn't an A+. And the reason I say that is I'm looking for a pullback here because as we move over to the daily chart, which we'll do now, we'll see that my draw liquidity for the day is actually the previous day low. That's why it was an A trade. I was looking for catching the retracement rather than having a fixed bias. I was looking for price to retrace up to the 50% level, which is around that Asia high, or we're about here somewhere. And the low hanging fruit being the previous day low. So that draw is still intact as we move into the New York session. I'll be looking for price to want to reach for the low here. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. Yeah, a bit of consolidation through here, respecting this hourly SIBI. And if we filter through some higher time frames, 90-minute, 30-minute, they all overlap. So all these SIBIs are overlapping, 15-minute even overlapping. There's quite a strong bearish level here. And what we'll see, or what I want to see, is how price reacts. So we'll see if price reacts to the 50% level of the consequent encroachment of this high time frame point of interest as we come into New York Open. ES is going to tell a similar story, no doubt. And we'll move over there now. Looking for previous day low. We've also got relative equal lows down here. And how are we looking at respecting the 50% level of the previous day? Same deal. Okay. That's what I'm looking at the moment. Low hanging fruit. And see if we get another retest of this opposing candle here. Moving over to oil. Beautiful move out of the bearish FEG here on the daily. Our bias was bullish up until this level yesterday, and price was at this level when we did our pre-market analysis. However, we wanted to see how price reacted here. We wouldn't be immediately bearish, and at the time there was no real signal that we were bearish, but we can see when we drop down to the hourly, we got a beautiful inversion here. And then price just continued to move lower. We then moved through this breaker. Beautiful reaction off of that breaker as well, and price continuing to move lower. We have low resistance liquidity on the other side of price here. So price could still easily continue to move lower. Keeping an eye on this level. Potential change in the state of delivery here. Still have half an hour on this candle, but we would like to see the next candle form and look for displacement. But we're keeping an eye on that. For now, bearish until we get some confirmation here. Euro futures on the daily. So we're actually, looks like we're respecting the 50% level of this order block, this series of down close candles here. Let's move to the hourly. Not really that convincing yet, is it? Now we still have these relative equal lows down here. If we get a close below this level, price going to continue to move down to this region. Looking for confirmation here. Moving over to gold. Continuing this uptrend. Continuing to put in all-time highs. We have swept out previous day high. Let's have a look at the hourly. Do we have a change in state of delivery? We do. And we also did it with displacement. However, it's looking like we're going to invalidate that. So the invalidation for that, if we run the 50% level of these opposing candles, that's our invalidation level. Now, we are respecting that at the moment. We've just wicked off that. If we close through this bearish FEG as well, that'll be starting to invalidate the move lower here. We still have tons of low resistance liquidity through here as well. So it's starting to look like a possible bearish move. We have this bearish breaker here as well. Which we closed through. What's silver doing? The silver, we do have an SMT with silver as well. We look at the 1 o'clock candle there, and then the 8 o'clock. Go back to 1 o'clock to the 8. So there is quite a large SMT. Where's the 8 o'clock? It's actually here. So yeah, we have this SMT through here. So we could see price running lower from here. This is our validation or invalidation level. Neutral until we get some more information. Dixie, daily, sweep of the low. Nice reaction, small wick to the downside. Into that target region, obviously. This would be our draw, this swing high here. Let's have a look at the hourly. We did have an opening gap, which did fill here. Change in the state of delivery right here. Could also look at this level. We've got this placement through this leg here as well. And we can see price came back, bouncing off of this series of down close candles. Bullish for Dixie. Jumping over to GU. Let's clear that chart. So looks like we might be looking for previous day low, but that still leaves this order block intact, this series of down close candles here. And if we can sweep the low here and respect the 50% level, then we could anticipate price to run higher. Previous day low, definitely our draw for the time being. So let's look to be bearish until we get that sweep. Then we reassess and see how price is reacting at these levels. Our invalidation point for price to move higher, and this is what I'm suggesting, that we might come down and do something like this. Our invalidation point is if we come down under that and then move lower. Jumping over to Bitcoin. Consolidation, we're still consolidating at this level here. So fair indecision, I assume FOMC will have some sort of impact on crypto. Can only imagine that it will. Not something I've actually checked, to be honest. I might have to roll back and look at that. So we're still respecting this bearish PD right here. While we continue to respect that, we could even anticipate price just to sweep out just the previous day low, potentially. While we continue to respect this, we remain bearish. Alrighty. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. Remember to grab those evals that help support me and the work that I do. And I do appreciate each and every one of you for grabbing your evals with code Jimmy or code Jimmy Trades. If you do decide to OSOP today, good luck. As I said, there should be a link in the description, or I would have dropped a card on the video to Adam's stream today. So be sure to check it out. Go and support him. He's a good buddy of mine and he does a lot of great work there. He's gotten plenty of traders funded with his OSOC approach. Take care, guys. Have a safe Wednesday. We'll catch you over in Trade Foundry. Bye for now.